We, again, never know what anybody's fucking rank means. You know, do they dodge a lot? I have to dodge guys hovering a Yumi.
Okay, what's up, everybody? So I have waited for Neace to play some games, and now I'm going to be finally making my video on his new account, and some of the things he's been saying, some of the coping he's been doing, some of the excuses he's been making, and just his mindset in general right now as a whole. Yeah, so this is his new account. He does not have very many games on it, but he has a decent win rate, I guess. Even though it's like really low elo. And yeah, I mean, I don't think this means anything yet, really, but I just wanted to analyze this a little bit, and I'm also going to mostly just go over some stuff he said about his climb, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, and the first thing I obviously want to go over, because I'm just going to go over his account first, and then into some of the things he said, but he is playing a couple of different lanes. He's playing both Hecarim, and he's playing top lane with Furor and Trendemir. So at least he is sticking to only 3 champions for now, and they're all champions he has tried in the past. But yeah, his Hecarim obviously is not very high win rate, even if his KDA is decent. And then with Furor and Trendemir, it's kind of more like he might have to get carried a little bit. So I'm interested to see how far this will take him if he continues playing this like both top and jungle strategy. I think he's going to really have to buckle into one of them and either accept kind of taking a back role and split pushing in the top lane, or accept trying to carry in the jungle and probably underperforming. Okay, that's just what's going to happen. And as you can see here, most of the time he's playing against like gold players. This is actually an example of a platinum game. So he is getting into like almost the MMR of his other account, which is something I want to show. So he only has 15 games on this account so far. But then if we look at this account, he has played at least that many games in the past like day or two since when he got level 30 on this account. And this shows that he has ranked anxiety, because he pretty much gave up on this account, okay? And I'll show proof to him pretty much admitting such later. But he pretty much gave up on this account, but he's still playing on it for some reason. That doesn't make a lot of sense. He's also playing different champions, so he's not even trying to practice. Like, he's not playing GP on this account. He's playing GP on here, though. And his GP is horrible, by the way. But yeah, he clearly has ranked anxiety, and he's still Platinum 2, 51 LP, and he's losing on this account, so this shows that his skill level is still not above Platinum 2, 51 LP. And so the only way he is going to get higher on this account is if he gets inflated gains, and even then that will eventually kind of diminish, I think, because when you're 46% win rate in Platinum 2, that's just a bit embarrassing, and you're going to drop down. Like, that's just proof of it. But now let's get into some of the things Neace has been saying. Okay, so the first thing I want to go over is Neace saying, I can actually begin my climb now. And this doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because he just started a new account, right? But he had a new account in the past. It's not like it's his first new account. It's not like his other account was a hard stack gold one that he had to climb on. Like, no, you had a new account that had very, I guess, moldable MMR, and you inted it to the ground. And now you're starting a new account, and you're not quite finally inted it to the ground yet, but you've barely played any games on it. You played like less than half the games you've played on it, and yeah, I don't know why you think that, but this is just his mindset. Like, he's pretty much just given up on his other account and thinks that this is like the only time he can actually climb. His failure on the other account wasn't his fault, even though theoretically this new account shouldn't be any different than its old account, right? He literally had a new account, and he has one again, like the same situation he was in the past, but now he's like, now my climb can actually begin, finally. Bro, it began when you moved to Korea and you had your level 30 account. Like, come on now. Okay, but another thing I want to get into is, here is Neace blaming his mouse for playing really bad.
I got rid of I had a wireless mouse for the past, like, 2 weeks. I've been playing like crap. I got rid of the mouse. Honest to God, I think the mouse, like, they say that the new wireless tech is, like, super accurate and super low lag, but I swear to God, I played Gangplank yesterday, and I felt like I was the worst player in the universe.
Yeah, you are the worst player in the universe, but you cannot blame your mouse for that, because I know for a fact that wireless mice are actually some of the best if he's using like a really high quality one. I know numerous pros in many games, including League of Legends, I believe, actually use wireless mice, and they should actually feel a lot smoother. The only like bad thing will be you have to like charge them or have batteries for them, but yeah, theoretically they are really good right now, unless you had like a defective model or something. But this is him clearly coping again, because the chance of him having a defective model is pretty low. And it's more likely just him blaming his mouse for something. Okay, and here he is, looking at one of his losses. This is like only like one of the first couple games on his new account. Look, you can see it's still level 30. And he lost this game, okay? It's a bit of a tough game. It was certainly carryable. If you're expecting a challenger jungler player to play this game, look, it's very carryable, okay? That's all I'm going to say about it. But maybe it's a tough game. Maybe your laners didn't help you as much as you want. A lot of things could have happened, and, you know, just move on with it, right? It's not the end of the world to lose one game, especially when you're in low elo. Like, theoretically, that should be really easy to make up, and you shouldn't really sweat it too much. But let's see what he says, and how this is him looking back on the game. So should be him thinking, how can I play better? But let's see what he says.
This game, it's fucking lanes. Like, it is. Because even in this game, what happens?
Look, he's now blaming his laners. He's downloading the replay. And you think he's downloading the replay to look at how he can improve? You're wrong. He's looking at it to flame his laners. And look, this is a barely gold game. There is no Smurf queue, and he's barely in gold. So that means these players are actual gold players, and he just went 3/6. That is not super good. I wouldn't be actually looking at ways to improve, because there is almost no world in which going 3/6 in a gold game is good. And look, his top laner is in bronze, by the way. I don't know if he's duoing or if he has good MMR for bronze or what's going on, but his top laner is bronze. Like, that just shows what level of game he's in. Something I'm going to show is how much Neace dodges. And so this is him dodging when he gets someone hovering a Yuumi on his team. And this is going to be important later when I show one of his videos on his Twitter.
I have to dodge guys hovering a Yuumi in Champ Select.
Yep. A guy is hovering a Yuumi, a valid support. Obviously, it's not great, but in Champ Select. You should be a Smurf. You should actually be loving Ayumi because it will allow you to 1v9, even if I understand, like, it's not the greatest champion. I would take it, okay? It's very much carryable, and that's what you should be looking for, to carry the game, okay? It's not that bad. She can offer CC and healing for you. She can offer summoner spells like Exhaust and Ignite. I would take it. Obviously, it's not ideal, but you can win with her, okay? And this shows that his mindset is very bad, and he will dodge at anything. And this is important when I show you what he thinks about dodging. Okay, and this is one of the most crazy Neace videos I've ever seen on his Twitter, and it says, "Do ranks mean anything?" That's the title of it, and let's watch it.
We again never know what anybody's fucking rank means. We never know. Are they on a Riot account? Did they duo? You know, do they dodge a lot? You see where I'm going with this? It's always some gimmicky shit that isn't just like
gimmicky shit. Like, yeah, dodging's not gimmicky shit. Everyone can do it. And most people don't even do it. Like, no one just climbs because they dodged. Okay, Neace. And you literally dodge when you get a Yuumi on your team, so that just proves that you're dodging more than anyone. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Was their account high MMR last season?
Okay, now this is obviously one of the most crazy things. Okay, yes, if your account is high MMR last season, you're obviously going to be placed higher, because you had to, at some point, every account was fresh, okay, and they had to prove themselves, climbing through the low elo ranks at some point, but then they got high elo ranks, and they would just stomp on low elo players. That's just how it is. And to hit something like Challenge, or even hit something like Masters, you have to actually go like a decent win rate, even if you had a pretty high MMR account last season. It's not like you get placed instantly into Challenger. You get placed instantly into like Diamond, barely. And yeah, that proves that like you still have to play, you still have to climb. High MMR accounts are for players that have already proved themselves, and they still have to prove themselves every season, okay? There are examples of Challenger players getting hard stuck in like Masters or Diamonds next season, okay? It's very possible, and that's because each season is a new opportunity to prove yourself, and you do have to prove yourself no matter what. So this is obviously coping. In fact, some would argue fresh accounts are way better, because you can get inflated gains and get massive gains, way better than any high elo accounts gains would actually be. So when you get to like a decent elo where you actually would belong, you're still getting like plus 30 gains, minus like 5 or whatever, right? And you can just climb so easily and hit a rank higher than you deserve.
And it's never just like, oh, you played the season and you climbed and you did it. It's always just some gimmicky, stupid shit. This is another reason why I'm looking at other games. I say that.
And he says that this is like literally crazy, but he says that it's always gimmicky, stupid shit, and that he has to look at other games. Like, it's never they just played the season and climbed. Literally every, like, TF played, for example. He climbed a season. He went high win rate in Challenger. He climbed, like, your 46% win rate in Platinum. So you can't be talking about this.
Agreeing that League's ladder is probably one of the best ladders, but they're not taking care of it anymore. We, again, never know.
Yeah, they're not taking care of it anymore. And obviously, he really wants drastic changes to it that pretty much mean that he has just as good a shot at Challenger as anyone else, despite being 46% win rate in Plat. And obviously, that's not what's going to happen, unfortunately, for you, Neace. yeah, you don't deserve Challenger, and even if you were to have just as good a shot as anyone else's Challenger, which, I mean, you do, because people hit Challenger on new accounts all the time. Even the boss hit Challenger in Korea on a new account, okay? The boss is pretty skilled, but, yeah, he likes to have fun with the game, and he plays an interesting strategy that's not necessarily meta. You're playing as meta strategies as you can, usually, and you're still 46% win rate in Plat. The amount of examples of players who actually just straight up went and climbed this season, even excluding the things that you claimed were gimmicky, which really aren't. Yeah, it's just crazy, and he's also trying to abuse these gimmicky things now, and I doubt it's going to work. But yeah, that's really it for my video on Neace'S right now. There's like a lot more that I might have to update in the future, but I'm just trying to tell you all his mindset right now, and show you that he's not even really willing to even put the games on this new account because he's too worried about it, and that proves that he cares too much about what other people think, and unlike he claims, and he's not really actually trying to climb on this account. If he was, he'd be putting in a lot of games on one role, on one champion, instead of just playing random champions on this other account, supposedly to help him improve, when it really does nothing, and this account's pretty much doomed, he would claim, when it's really not. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think was the craziest cope from Neace'S, and hope you all enjoyed.